everyone, welcome to Code Closure. So in this video, I'm going to show you a simple expense tracker application that I built using React.js. It's a basic application, but I have used all the main React concepts like state, components, event handling, local storage API, and context hooks. So it's perfect for those who are starting to learn React and creating some small projects. So let's get started. So here, as you can see, that first we have header, and then we have a balance field, then we have income and expense, and here we have history where all the transactions will be shown, and then we have add new transaction input fields. So let's add grocery first. So if we want to add any expense, we have to do this in negative. So let's add 100. It's an expense. And if I wanna add income, I will have to do this in positive number, income or salary. So as you can see, it's calculating the total balance by subtracting expense from income. And even if you refresh the app, it will stay here because everything is saved in the local storage. So if I open this in new tab, my expense and all the income and everything will be there. So if you wanna check this out, you can go to the application, and in the local storage you will see the transactions. It's storing everything in the transactions. Let's see the source code. So if we go to the source, so the first thing that we have is index.html. In the index.html, we only have this div with the root ID, and the next file is index.js. So in the index.js, it is accessing the root div by using this get element by ID, and it is creating a root using React DOM, and in that we are rendering the app.js file. So now if we go to app.js file, we can see all our components here. So everything is wrapped inside the global provider, that is the context hook. And if I go to the context hook first, that is global state, you can see that here we are handling all the transactions, because transaction is something that we're gonna use in different components, so we cannot just define it inside a single component. We have to use it in a context hook to manage its state across the components. So here you can see that it is initiating the state using the local storage. If there is a new user, it will check the local storage if the transaction already exists in the local storage or not. And if it doesn't exist, it will initialize with an empty array called transactions and saves it into the local storage. So here you can see that we have actions, that is delete transaction, add transaction, and then we have use effect, that is to update the local storage, which will be called every time we reload the app. And yes, so and it is providing the all the states using the global context, that is transaction, delete transaction, and add transaction. So we can use any of these three wherever we want just by calling this context hook. And then we have a simple header and then balance, which will show us the total balance. So we are getting transaction from context hook, and we can easily calculate our total from that by using the reduce function in JavaScript. And then we have income and expenses, that was this. So here, and first we have income and then expense. It is again using the transaction from context hook and calculating income and expenses. And after that, what's our third component? Third component is the history. So that will be transactions. So here you can see we have all our transactions. We are using delete transaction and transaction from log context hook because we have this cross button. We can delete it just simply by clicking it. And then we have a simple transaction list where we are just displaying all these and calling the transaction component. After that, we have what's our other component? We have our add new transaction, which will be this. So here, as you can see, we have a simple form where user need to enter an input. That will be a description, and then our second field will be the expense or income. And here we are just simply submitting it as a new transaction, and we are calling the add transaction from again global context. So this is the whole flow of the application, and then we have app reducer. So app reducer is basically used to handling the states in a like more controlled way. Here we have switch cases. We have two cases basically, delete or add. So where whichever case is called, it will update the state in the transactions. And as you can see that state, it is using the JavaScript filter function, and it is just simply handling the state of our transaction. In this, it is simply deleting it by filtering it out, and in this case, it is simply adding a transaction. And yeah, that's it. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe the channel because I'm gonna post more and more demo videos of my projects. Thank you.